What is the date last insured in your Social Security disability case? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney. And one of the things that I always want to find out, and you should as well, when you're pursuing disability is, what is the date last insured in your disability case? And I'm going to go through, it's going to be a little technical, but I think it's important to understand what this is and where to find it. There is a date. It's going to be the last day of a particular month in a particular year. That is the last date where you have insurance coverage for your SSDI claim. And the practical implications are that you've got to show that you became disabled. Your onset date needs to be before your insurance credits run out. So your onset date needs to be before in time, earlier in time than your date last insured. Because if you have a date last insured, your insurance ran out in, let's say, October of 2018, but you became disabled in January of 2019, it doesn't help you. You're not going to qualify for SSDI. It's like having insurance, health insurance, and then the insurance expires, and then getting sick after the insurance expires, and being confused why the insurance company won't pay for treatment. You've got to show that your disability began before your date last insured, then you're grandfathered in. So if you became disabled, again, in our example, in September of 2017, our date last insured is October of 2018, then you're covered, and you may stay on disability for the next 20 years, you still are covered. So what is the date last insured, and how does this actually work? Well, Social Security, that make it easy. They use a system. They call them credits. And basically, when you pay taxes, for a certain amount of money you pay, you earn one credit. So in 2020, if you have $1,410 of gross earnings, you generate one credit. You can earn up to 4 credits in a calendar year. So in 2020, I believe it's something like $5,640. Once you've earned $5,640, you have earned all 4 credits for 2020. You could earn another $1 million in 2020. You won't get any more credits. Now, the amount of your benefit will be higher if you have higher earnings, but the number of credits will not change. And the credit amounts change every year. So in 2019, it was $1,360 to earn a credit. In 2021, it's going to be $1,470. But in 2020, it's $1,410. So again, it changes every year. And I'm going to put a link to Social Security's webpage where you see the number of the amount of earnings you need for a credit in the last 10 or 15 calendar years. So for most people, they have got to show they have at least 20 credits in the previous 40 quarters, or another way to look at this would be 5 out of the last 10 years. So if you became disabled in 2019, they're going to look at the 10 years ending in 2018 and say, okay, during that 10-year period of time, did you get at least 20 credits? And again, it's 5 out of the last 10 years is a shorthand way to do it. So if you stopped working in 2010, for example, then your insurance coverage will cover you to about 2015. It runs about 5 years, logically, after you stop working. If your credits run out, then again, you are no longer insured for disability. And what gets people very confused about this is retirement Social Security looks at lifetime earnings. Disability looks at the last 10 years. So you may have worked and stopped working 10 years ago, and you worked for 30 years, but stopped working in 2010. You're not covered anymore. You have to show you've worked 5 out of the last 10 years, and look at that last 10 years, and have you worked basically full-time for 5 out of those 10 years. If you have, you are covered. And again, you've got to make sure that your onset date is before your insurance runs out. Now, you can find out your date last insured. There's a couple of ways to do it. Obviously, one is when you have a case, the insurance credits and your date last insured will be in your electronic folder, and as your attorney, I can find that, I can get that. Sometimes it will come on the denial notices to say that you have enough credits, or your credits ran out at a certain date. You can see that, but you can also go to your My Social Security page, and it will show you there, or there are calculators that Social Security has that interface with your My Social Security page, and it will tell you when your insurance credits run out. And again, I'll put the links to these in the show show notes here. So it's important to know. I used to tell people call Social Security to ask them, but I'm not telling them to do that anymore because sometimes it's very hard to get through and you're not going to really find accurate information that way. But the key thing is, if you have not worked for many years and you're about to apply for disability, talk to an attorney about that, because it may change what you do. It may change what the onset date you claim is. It may change a lot of things. But big picture is, if you've worked pretty consistently up until the last 2 or 3 years, you're most likely insured. And there's variations. There's something called widow's benefits. There's other variations, adult child disability benefits. But the bottom line is, for most people, we're going to look to see, have you worked for 5 out of the last 10 years? If you're younger, maybe 3 out of the last 6 years. Again, a lot of exceptions, but bottom line is we've got to show that you are insured. You have enough credits to be insured for SSDI. And that is a threshold question, one that I think is very important to find out. And let's put that out, get that taken care of and put it out of mind to make sure that we all know you are in fact insured for disability purposes. Hope you found this useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook. Leave me a comment. If you're not sure about what I'm talking about, leave me a comment. I'll try to answer your questions in the comments. Visit me online, ssdanswers.com. You can download my Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit. You can also ask for a case evaluation. For now, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.